everybody's doing really well today. I am here to do the cute and spooky coloring tag. If I'm not mistaken, I did it last year as well, but I didn't want to go and look at my answers from last year because I didn't want it to in any way affect my answers this year. Not that it's a super serious debate by any means, but still, I wanted my answers to be as from the heart as possible. While chit-chatting, I'm going to be coloring in 50 Diminutive Countryside Scenes by Camelia Angelkova. You probably would have seen this page on my channel already because I've been working on it for a little bit. I really like it. I really like it. I'm obviously working on the little sidewalk at the moment. I also do want to apologize if my voice sounds a little bit weird. I was fortunate enough to catch some sort of infection, cold, flu, I don't know what you want to call it. It's not the vid. I did do a test. It's not COVID, but it's something absolutely spectacular. So I've been getting over that and I'm finally starting to feel better. And I wanted to film videos because I missed it and I missed coloring and everything like that. So anyways, the tag has 10 questions and I'm going to be going a little bit off script, I think, or, you know, a little to the sideline on some of them just because, as you might have noticed if you've been on my channel before, I'm not a very spooky, creepy kind of gal, right? So we're just gonna tweak some of the questions or some of the answers. So the first question is, what is your favorite Halloween coloring book? And I don't own a single like specific Halloween coloring book. I just don't. So when it comes to autumn books, let's go with that. My favorite autumn book is Autumn Scenes. I have it right in front of me, so I should probably just pull it out. Autumn Scenes by Teresa Goodridge. It's a Creative Haven book. I love this book. It's absolutely spectacular. And it does have some Halloween pages in here as well. So there's a Thanksgiving one. Let's see, I remember there was a Halloween one. So this one I did last year. Absolutely adore it. Okay, let's see. I know there's a Halloween one somewhere. Well, anyways, I love this book. I have another page. Oh, here. See, like something like this, Trick or Treat, I could do because it's not like creepy or gory. But I'm just not drawn to Halloween pictures. I would much rather color something like this or just something, you know, more fall themed. So this is another page I did last year and I love it. So this is probably my favorite Halloween coloring book or autumn coloring book, I guess I should say. Because I just love Teresa Goodridge's style and those images are beautiful. I know she has at least one other autumn book that I would love to get my hands on, and I probably will for autumn next year. So, but this year, that's my favorite, and I haven't actually colored in it this autumn season yet, but hopefully that will be changing quite soon. Question 2, do you prefer cute or scary Halloween? I think I already answered that I don't do scary very well, so definitely cutesy. Just nothing with like blood and guts. Not for me. Question 3, what is your favorite Halloween color palette? I really enjoy the warm tones, as I'm sure you can tell. So I prefer warm browns and oranges, like rusty colors. And that's probably more autumn than it is Halloween specific. But for Halloween, I think I would stick to the oranges for the pumpkins and everything like that. And then maybe some deep purples and black. That's kind of, to me, a very Halloween color palette, but definitely oranges. To me, autumn is just associated with those deep reds and oranges, especially having lived in New England. You know, we have the foliage that is stunning. The area where I used to live, where my parents are, that's actually a really big tourist attraction. And a lot of folks come up from either southern New England or other locations, as well as people from Canada come down to see our foliage. It's very beautiful, and that has really kind of shaped my perception of autumn colors to be very, very orange and red and just stunning. I obviously haven't been home for 3 years now, so 3 autumns, and I do miss the foliage because it's beautiful. And unfortunately, it's quite short-lived. It's quite a short window of time from the leaves changing color to them just dying. So you really, really need to be on top of your tourism game if you want to catch the autumn season in New England. Question 4. What is your favorite Halloween costume? I haven't had too many in my past, just because I grew up in Ukraine, for those that are newer to my channel, and Halloween's not that predominant, like, or that strong there. At least it wasn't when I was a child. So I never dressed up for Halloween because we didn't have it. So once we moved to the US when I was 10, that's kind of when I was introduced to Halloween on a more costume trick-or-treating kind of level. And I was a witch for a couple of years, which was fun. I was a vampire one year. I'm trying to think. Yeah, and you know, and then you become too cool when you're in like middle school to go trick-or-treating because you're like, that's for little ones. And then I didn't go. But I think as an adult, my favorite costume has been being Winnie the Pooh. I just really enjoy being Winnie the Pooh. It's just so fun, and it was an outfit I kind of put together, so I went and scavengered the stores for like a good red shirt, and then I bought like a mustardy Winnie the Pooh kind of colored dress that I put on under it, and then I bought ears online, like Winnie the Pooh ears. The unfortunate thing is that they're definitely made for children, so they squeeze my head. But aside from that, that outfit is really, really fun. And my friends and I will be having a Halloween party this year as well. Actually, before Halloween, just because of calendars and people being busy. But I think I'll be Winnie the Pooh again because I still have the costume and I frankly don't want to go searching for another one. But yes, so Winnie the Pooh. Question 5 is, what is your favorite candy when trick-or-treating? My favorite candy was always chocolates. So like those fun size Snickers or Bounty, little Kit Kats, things like that. I used to have to like basically battle my stepdad for my candy because he has the biggest sweet tooth. So he would like sneak in and take some of my candy when I wasn't looking. So I used to hide the good ones, I'm not gonna lie, and I would like leave out like the licorice and stuff like that. So he would sneak off with those. I was also never a fan of like mint and chocolate together. That just, I don't know, not for me, not for my flavor palette. So I used to always leave those like for him. But yeah, I think anything chocolate I was good with. Nothing licorice. I remember I also went one time and there was a household that gave out potato chips, which I thought was fun. It wasn't like, you didn't like reach into like a family sized bag and like got a handful. Like they had small sized bags of potato chips. Because if I'm not mistaken, somebody in that household worked for Lay's, like Lay's potato chips. So I guess they just had access to either discounted or free potato chips. I don't know. All I know is that people kept on circling back to that house because it was free potato chips. Question 6. Did you carve or paint your pumpkins for Halloween? And as I mentioned, I spent a large percentage of my childhood in Ukraine. So we didn't have the same traditions as American folks or kids did. So I never did this as a child. And then when I moved to the US, we were just never a carving pumpkin or painting pumpkin kind of household. So I never did this as a child. The first pumpkin I ever carved was actually in college, and I was part of a sorority. And when you're in a sorority, you participate in like socials with other members of Greek life. So we had a pumpkin carving social with another sorority. And I remember being so excited because it was my first ever pumpkin to carve. And one of my best friends actually has a video somewhere in the depths of her phone because she videotaped me because I was just so giddy. And it was really fun. It's really messy, which I guess I probably should have expected, but I didn't. So that was super fun. Mine was a complete disaster because we also had purchased like a pumpkin carving kit at like Trader Joe's that you can get around this time of year. And it wasn't very, like the knife wasn't very sharp. It was like trying to carve it with a butter knife. And yeah, it was a mess, but it was super duper fun. But I have never painted a pumpkin. And honestly, I don't know if I've ever seen a painted pumpkin. I always thought the pumpkins were carved. But, you know, if you want to paint it, that's fine. I'm looking forward to having kind of, you know, my own apartment, hopefully in the near future. And then carving pumpkins to like put out on the front steps and things like that. So it is something I'm looking to participate in the future. But up until now, I've just only carved one pumpkin in my whole life, and it was a disaster. I think I tried to do like a fancy design, which like, okay, like probably should have been more realistic, it being my first time ever. But I aimed high. I missed, but I did aim high on that one. Question 7. What is your favorite Halloween movie? So I really like the basics, right? Kind of the movies that basically everybody likes. So I like Halloween Town. I like Hocus Pocus. I am yet to watch Hocus Pocus 2. It has been out for a little bit now, and I'm so excited. My fiance and I rewatched Hocus Pocus maybe a week or two ago on like the projector. So we had a whole movie theater setup going. We made popcorn. It was really fun. But with me having been traveling for a little bit for work and then coming back with this, I don't know, plague, I haven't really been in the mood to watch anything because frankly my attention span has been very minimal. I just have been falling asleep left and right. Like naps have been a key, I don't know, entertainment, a key activity for me. So now that I'm on the mend and hopefully, you know, napping a little bit less, we will be able to watch the second Hocus Pocus that I'm really excited for. And I honestly can't believe that we're able to get all 3 of the initial Sanderson sisters, because it's obviously been a long time since the first one came out, but it's such a cult favorite, right? Like a cult classic at this point, that I'm really glad that they were able to get all the original Sanderson sisters. I've been really avoiding spoilers on that movie as well. I don't want it to be spoiled. I want to watch it. I really hope they didn't sprinkle in like too many like 2022 like terminology in there. I forget what movie it was that was getting a lot of criticism. This is such a tangent. It was one of the Jane Austens. Was it Persuasion that like recently came out? And it got a lot of criticism for having like too much like 2022 slang in it. Like one of the characters was like, yeah, oh my gosh, he's a 10, which obviously was not in the initial book. So I'm really hoping they didn't include those kind of things in the new Hocus Pocus movie, but I guess I'll find out. Please, no spoilers, because I'm really, really excited to watch it. Next question is, what is your favorite Halloween song? I didn't know this was a genre. I wish I remember what I said last year, but I'm kind of glad I don't. But I don't have a favorite Halloween song. What? Yeah, I don't know. I don't really have any specific music I listen to around this time of year. I guess I get maybe more into like background sounds of like walking in the rain or, you know, like being by a cozy fireplace. I love those kind of things, and I tend to have one of those videos on YouTube playing in the background of like just my daily activities. Whenever I'm cooking or even when I'm working, I'll have that playing in the background, kind of like ASMR. I love that kind of stuff, but it's not really a song. But yeah, I don't have like an autumn playlist or anything like that. I have to say this year, I'm much more in the autumn spirit than I have been in a very long time, potentially ever. And I don't know why. I really don't. Usually autumn is kind of a sad time for me because I love the summer. I love being warm, you know, in the sunshine and everything. And autumn just has always symbolized to me, you know, the start of winter, the start of the cold season. And again, having lived in New England, northern New England, winter's no joke. Winter is absolutely no joke. And it's very long. We get a lot of snow, and autumn has always been kind of like a sad time for me because of that. But this year I've just been really into it, like the chillier mornings. And yes, it still means that winter's gonna start soon, but I'm actually looking forward to winter. This year I will be back in the US by the time snow falls, I'm assuming. So I will actually get a fully white winter this year, which is going to be the first time in 3 years, because having been living in Germany, that we haven't really had snow, a little bit here and there, but nothing to the same extent as in New Hampshire. So we will see. But yeah, definitely a tangent, but no, I don't have a favorite Halloween song. Question 9. Share a Halloween page you plan to color. I can't read. So I don't have any specific pages that I'm hoping to color, but I am going to show a couple of books that I would like to color. So page that I'm hoping to finish is obviously this one, right? Which I think I'll be able to do because it's almost done. I'm still trying to decide what I should do with the background. Please send me some suggestions because I don't feel like leaving it white. I feel like it's going to be too stark of a difference. So please let me know what kind of background do you see for this. I was thinking of maybe doing some sort of frame on it. I was thinking like circular frame, but it's just, yeah, we'll see about that. Then I was thinking of maybe doing like coloring in some leaves around. But then do I leave the background white behind the leaves? I don't know. So share some insights, please. Another whip that I hope to finish is in my mermaid book by Ollie Colors, if I can get that in the frame. I did do a full flip of this book and talked about the company as well. But I started a page and I want to finish it because I'm going for autumn colors in here. So like these things were meant to kind of look like pumpkins. Can you tell that I like pumpkins? So I want to finish it before autumn is over because of the color scheme that I'm going for. So that's one. Then the book that I talked about earlier, which is The Autumn Scenes by Teresa Goodrich. I just want to color in this book. I haven't touched it since last year, and there's just so many amazing images. These do take me quite a while to do, just because of the shading that I aim for and everything like that. So we will see. Also, my fiance has a page going in here. So this is courtesy of him. Hopefully he'll finish it one day. He's obviously not done, and he's been working on it for like a year at this point. So that's a book I definitely want to color in. And then also my George Tufexis Autumn Inspirations. For obvious reasons, it has the word autumn in it. I love his books. I've gotten rid of most of my color by number books at this point, but I've kept his because I love them. So this is from last year. I think I'm going in order. Am I not? I am not. Okay. So really fun pages. I could have sworn I've done more than 2 pages in this book. I could also be wrong, but I could have sworn I did more than 2. Oh yeah. Then I have this one. So hopefully I'll be able to get to this one in the near future. And yeah, just love his stuff. Anything George Tufexis, sign me right up. And then there's also some more autumn pictures in this book. Like this one right before it is this really sweet apple, pumpkin, pear page. Would really like to do that one. Maybe this one. For some reason in this book, all of like the seasonal pages are towards the back. So you have the autumn pages, then in the back you have the Christmas pages. And then everything else is basically like summer, spring. So if you're looking for those autumn, winter pages, look towards the back of the book. I think this one will also be a beautiful one. And like I can imagine like making this like kind of glowy from the candles. yeah, so those are the books that I'm hoping to color in. Again, not very Halloween-y, but still more autumnal, fall themed. And then next question is, do you decorate for Halloween? If so, do you go back to fall or straight to Christmas? So, shocker, shocker, I don't decorate for Halloween. I just don't. But I definitely enjoy decorating for autumn. I haven't done that in the last 3 years since moving to Germany, just because I don't really have space, A, to decorate. I live in an absolutely shoebox of an apartment. And then B, I don't have place to store the decorations. So I haven't been decorating. But when I still lived in the US, and once I go back to the US, I will definitely be decorating for autumn, but not Halloween. So with that being said, I tend to keep the decorations up until like November, like through November. I try not to put out Christmas stuff until December. That doesn't always hold. Sometimes I just get really excited and the Christmas decor comes out earlier. But in general, I try to aim for decorating for Christmas in December. We will see how strong-willed I am. I can't speak about that this year, but we will see. I try to keep the seasons to not run into each other too much, just because I feel like that ruins kind of my excitement for them. But yeah, I know a lot of people really go all out for Halloween. 'Tis not me, but maybe one day. We'll see. Preferences change, and maybe one day when I'm living in a neighborhood or environment where kiddos go trick-or-treating, for example, or, when and if I have my own kiddos, then I think I'll probably decorate for Halloween more than I do now. But that is it. This page is coming along super nicely. I'm really, really enjoying it. I'm definitely taking my time with it. And yeah, I'm hoping to finish it in the next couple of days. And hopefully you'll see this in the October wrap up. But thank you so much for watching. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.